Hey, how you doing? Dana again. Tonight I'm going to explain cancer logically. I'll try and keep it brief, and I'll try and keep the ums and ahs down. A little bit of feedback. My video last one was a bit too long, which is cool. Probably was. I do tend to rant. But basically, I want to explain cancer logically. Doctors will sometimes complicate this, but the basis or the main reasons it begins are always the same. Doesn't matter where you develop it. It's toxicity. It's poor cellular health, and your lifestyle and your environment are the governing factors of as to when you're going to get cancer. Unfortunately, it's not a matter of if; it's just a matter of when nowadays, because we live in the 21st century where everything's toxic. Really, bad food, bad air, bad water, just bad stuff everywhere. Really, and we take it in and we don't deal with it quick enough because there's just too much of it around. So we become full and develop tumours for one reason or another. One of the questions I get is it hereditary? Now there's a lot of writing and a lot of stuff on this. Basically, the answers are yes and no. Yes, because you are you are your parents' children. You grow up, you have their habits. You grow up in hometown there, in your own environment. So environmental factors and lifestyle factors are what governs what type of cancer you get. You always see some families seem to be prone to pancreatic cancer or lung cancer or bowel cancer, as in my family seems to have a bit of bowel cancer in it on both sides. So it's really an environment and lifestyle. You could call it hereditary because you grow up that way, but it might change. You might marry into a different family, a different culture, take on different lifestyle choices, and maybe you'll get theirs. But realistically, it's hereditary, yes, because you're brought up by your parents in most cases. Um, so, like I said, it's basically toxicity. You develop it over time. So, if you are diagnosed or you have been diagnosed, there's no need to hit the mud button and shit yourself because it's been developing in you for a while. Um, so, here's how it develops. There's a couple of stories I've heard, some good analogies. I'll relate them to you. So, one of the ones I like to tell is life's full of toxic events. You walk behind a car with the engine running, you swim in a pool with chlorine in it, you wash your hair with a shampoo that's got something that starts with X as one of the ingredients. Millions and millions of things, and you always see on some bottles and some cans and could be carcinogenic and all that sort of stuff. So they know what causes it. They're just pretending they don't. So as your body becomes toxic or encounters a toxic event, it will it will it will deal with the toxicity of that event. Now, if you encounter another toxic event, it pushes that toxic event that you've previously encountered. It'll push it into the cells. So in time, your cells become full. They can't keep up with our toxic lifestyle and our toxic environment. Now that sort of sounds like it takes like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but this develops over time. It doesn't happen to 20-year-old people. They're full of enzymes and all that sort of stuff. And if you watch the last video, you'll understand what the enzymes do. They're life energy, they're creation energy, and they pretty well keep us good till we're 25. But after we're 25, our body deals with toxicity less effectively as it would have when we were younger. So we do accumulate toxicity after a while. And it effectively, when the cells become full or there's too much for them to deal with, it makes a tumour. And it could be a whatever, tumour anywhere. And yet, what do we do? What does modern medicine do? They go and cut that tumour out. They have not stopped you being toxic. They have not cleansed your cells. They have not done anything to stop you making growing more cancer or more tumours, because cancer is a condition, tumour is a consequence. So they take the tumour out, and what does your body do? This organism that we are born into is really smart. It thinks, well, fuck you, I'm going to grow 2 more tumours, and I'm going to put them in places that are hard to get. And that's why you always hear of people, after they've been cut open and had tumours removed, they develop more tumours in more places, because the body is trying to deal with toxicity, or trying to deal with the fact that it sells a chock-a-block full of shit. You're doing nothing to get rid of it, and they've got to put the stuff somewhere. So that's what happens. That's sort of what happened to me when I started doing the Imodium to stop myself having a shit. Look, and another way to describe it as well would be, so that's just one part of it. So let's call that your environment. Now the lifestyle way, let's just say you're feeling a bit crook, you've eaten something shit, or for whatever reason you want to have a spew. Now that's your body telling you that, hey, there's some shit in here I don't want, I need to have a spew. So what do? We take stuff to stop ourselves spewing. And the body, the big O, says, righto, no drama, I'll make some diarrhea. We'll get it pumping out. We'll get that toxicity out here one way or another. So we go and smash some Imodium, in my case, or something else, some cheese or whatever, to bank us up. So all of a sudden, toxicity's still there. Lo and behold, how's it going to get out? So it pushes it into the lungs. Next thing, you've got mucus, you're coughing up phlegm and shit. And then what do? We take stuff to stop that happening. So lo and behold, more toxicity or more crap in there that the body doesn't want. What's the body going to do? It's going to make a fucking tumour. And it's going to smash it in there, and that's it. And once that cycle starts, it's a very hard cycle to stop. So you need to get your cellular health right, which is the guts of what I did, and which hopefully I'm going to share it with you and make it more understandable as we go along. And correct cell function, that's right, is the most important thing we need to do. So what I did, like I said, was get the energy of creation from juices and fruits and vegetables and all that sort of stuff. Nice and raw, nice and whole, nice and fresh. I might not have mentioned that, but fresh is the go. In-season stuff is obviously the ultimate, and we need to work towards that. You need to condition your body first, I believe, with a good fast, because your body will start autolyzing, pardon me, all the crap. So that's key, and effective elimination, of course. So we're going to have to do enemas and colonics. If you're going to do an extended fast, you've got to do enemas and colonics. But look, at the end of the day, cellular health is the key, and that's what I'm going to try and catch you into. So this is a fairly short one. Thanks for listening. I hope I've explained it pretty good. If you need to ask me any questions or anything like that, send us a message through YouTube, or my email address is thatguydana@gmail.com. You can shoot us an email there. I'll check it every other day or so. And look, I'm happy to help. I'm here to help. Whatever you need to know, if you need for me to clarify anything or anything like that, just get in touch. That's what I want to do. Cheers. Thanks for listening.